You are an extension of source energy. So, as an extension of source energy, your emotions are the only thing that you can trust, the only true way that you have to quantify your journey. So, if you're wondering where you are in relation to your desires, if you're wondering about the timing of your desires already 99% vibrationally done. It's already finished. And so now it's not about you going out there and getting your manifestation, because when that's your approach, when you have this goal setting, timeline sort of approach, then guess what happens? All along the way, you're more matched to the absence of your desire. It's not about going out there and getting it. It's about being where you are, making pieces where you are, and then realizing that where you are right now is your point of attraction. So you begin to adopt an approach where you're literally altering your point of attraction. That's not the best word. You're preparing. Oh, that's the best way to say it. You're preparing your point of attraction for the realizing, because you're realizing your manifestation. You're realizing it. You're not manifesting it. You're realizing what's already been manifested, because your desires are already done. They're already 99% done. Do you know that every single empire, every single billionaire, every single writer, every single actor, actress, singer, all of their empires were first 99% vibrationally completed, where they were completely completed in a vibrational reality, even before a single song was sung, even before a single brick was laid, before anything was done. It was done vibrationally. And so that's trippy for a physical creature, because if you're looking at reality to reflect the manifestation, are you ready for this? To reflect the progress of your manifestation, and then when you don't see the progress of your manifestation, you come to the conclusion that it's not there, that you're doing something wrong. And we say, well, you're using the wrong metric, where you're using the wrong metric. And that's why we're trying to get you to get over what reality, because we're like, reality, it sucks, but things reality is so amazing. Because when you truly use reality as the tool and as the, as almost like the screen that the movie is being played on, then everything is more fun. It's the perspective that matters about reality, because reality isn't the full image. Reality isn't the prize that you think it is, because reality will always contain more contrast than you think that it will. Reality will reflect your desire, but with your new desire will be a new platform to launch more rockets from. So it's not this easy breezy thing. It's not like, oh, once I have this, I'm good forever. It's once you have that, you're gonna want something else. And so, because this flow is getting so fast, do you feel it? Do you feel the flow of your desires? And you know how you really can feel the flow of your desires? Because when you block it, when you push it away from you, when you say I don't want it, and you give up on your desire, so you don't make an effort to line up with it, you just accept the bad emotion, and you're just like, okay, just how it is for everyone. And so you give up on your dreams, and in giving up on your dreams, you don't give up on the desire, you give up on the calibration work, you give up on being deliberate about how you think about it. You're just like, it's time for me to go be normal, it's time for me to do what everyone else does, because what I've been doing has not been working. And we're saying, but the reason why nothing has been working, the reason why all of your manifestations are not in slow and coming, it's your perspective, it's your understanding of what metric. Because we're saying, who's to say where your manifestations are? No one has it. No one knows the bigger picture. That's why we say your emotions are the only thing that you can trust, because your emotions are literally coming from source. Your emotions are everything, because your emotions are literally translating vibration. And so there's this vibrational world. Do you know that? Do you know that this vibrational world precedes your physical world? So we're trying to get you to be vibrational, because we're like, that's where everything is. Because if you want it to manifest, to prove it to yourself, then guess what? It's not coming. It's not coming under those circumstances. You have to know it, and then it manifests. You have to know it. So you have to celebrate it. You have to know when no one else does. You have to know it. You have to know it. You have to know it. You have to plan for it. You have to get ready for it. Do you know what it means to get ready for a desire? It means that you're not worried about if it's coming, when it's coming. Realize that it's already coming, because here's the thing that this leading edge conversation has brought everything to. Ready for this? Your emotion is the only thing that matters. So when you're asking yourself, when someone asks you, hey, how are you doing on that goal? First you're like, your first instinct is, no, what was it? Your first practice instinct is to be like, how is it doing physically? What can this person see, and what can I show them? But now, in this new way of thinking, this new approach, because that's the old approach, the new approach is, it's really doing really good. It feels good, because emotion means momentum. Emotion is the translation. Emotion is literally you translating the path, because here's the thing, the path is ready. The path is now. The path is now. And so most of the times you're so far on your way, on your desire, you're well on your way. But in your incessant, like, as you continue to keep looking around and be like, where is it? Am I here? Am I here yet? Like, then you don't go anywhere. You just stay stuck. You stay planted into your, you stay planted. So we're saying, you say planet in your moment, your now moment, and it repeats over and over again. So it feels like you're just living the same day over and over again, because you don't look past what is, so you just keep getting more of that, period. Because the reality is really dangerous. You're in trouble if all you do all day every day is complain about reality, is wonder where everything you want is. If you're wondering where everything that you want is, if you're harboring a feeling of disappointment because what you want isn't here, you're like, I'm manifesting, I'm really disappointed, when it's gonna work for me, like that approach will not work for you, because law of attraction keeps giving you more of those thoughts. So those thoughts, so you just keep getting disappointed. You're like, well, I'm gonna let myself want it, but I don't really think I'm gonna get it, because I've been disappointed for so long. And we're like, we think that contrast, we think negative emotion is so good for you. We truly do, because we don't want you to give up on your desire. We don't want you to be afraid of resistance. We want you to pick up resistance and be like, my reality doesn't mean anything. Put reality in its spot. Say, reality, I cannot look for evidence of my desire in reality, and that's that. That's that. Where can I find evidence? It's in this forward moment. It's in this forward looking approach. It's in this forward direction. Because here's the thing, you have to know how to quantify your journey. So how do you quantify your journey? Because you're so used to using with your eyes and distance. But we're like, it's not anything about this. It's a vibrational journey you have to take to your billions, to your empire, to your writing career, everything, to the life that you want, to a completely 360 life, to an upgraded life. It's a vibrational reality. And when this vibrational reality means that you have to use your emotions. So that means that even when reality is not showing any proof, any evidence of your manifestation, of your progress, of your manifestation, you still have to be like, it's going good, because now your new metric isn't how far along is it. Your metric is, how does it feel? Ooh, how does it feel? And you're like, oh, it feels good. My manifestation feels good. I usually feel pretty good about it. I'm good. Like it's going really good. I'm like, well, see, when that's a conversation, you're good. Because here's the thing, when you feel negative emotion, when you feel hurt at the absence of it, when you see the absence of it and you feel hurt, guess what your inner being's saying? Your being saying, nope, we see it. And you're saying, well, I don't see it. And it's an internal conversation, because your inner being's like, we see it. And you're like, I don't see it, we see it. And so you keep splitting from your splitting is too powerful of a word. You just keep pinching yourself up. You keep choosing a different perspective in your source. But we're like, why wouldn't you choose a perspective of your source? Because when source says, when you say I don't have the money, and you feel the frustration, or maybe you even feel anger or fear about that, your inner being is saying, oh no, we got them, we have the money, it's right now. Because it's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's not physical. You can't prove it to anyone. You can't perform it for anyone, because you know why? Because 99% of it is already done vibrationally, even before there's any physical proof. And so in the absence of your physical proof, you keep thinking that it's not here. You keep thinking that what I want isn't here. But we're like, you're using the wrong metric. Because as long as you keep using the metric of what can I see, what can I measure, what can people see, what can I show people, when what has manifested today, when that's your measurement, when that's your means of measurement, then you are in trouble. You're in trouble, because you can't manifest anything. You can't manifest beyond what you're seeing, because you keep looking around. You do a process, you understand this, but you keep looking around, and then you know what happens? You get disappointed, and then you get angry, and then you start taking action, and then you make a bigger mess than you have to. And it doesn't really matter, because you keep launching rockets, but you have to feel it. Because emotion is a manifestation. Do you know? So when you feel positive emotion about your desire, you're literally well on your way. And when we say well on your way, what we mean is that you're getting ready, because you don't have source is not getting ready. Source is already ready. Source is literally giving it to you right now. The question is, can you perceive it? Are you ready to perceive it? Meaning it's not like one day, like you just get ready and then your desire just falls out of the sky and the planet's right in front of you, because it could be like that. But truly, it's you tuning into the frequency of it. You have to tune into the frequency of it, and then you know what you will say. You'll be like, where was this all along? Because I feel like this was here all this whole time. You know what's crazy? That's what it is. It's like you have to tune the frequency. Once you tune into the frequency, you tune into the manifestation. Because you realize what's there on that channel. You realize what's there. You are able to translate it now with your eyes, because before you were only able to translate it with your emotions. But since you were emotionally oriented, you were like, I know, I have it. That's the thing. You have to know it before you have it. And can you do that? Can you expand your mind? Can you stretch your mind? Can you alter your perception enough that your emotion can be the driving force for your belief? Meaning, if I feel good about it, it has to come, even if I don't see any evidence. Meaning, reality can mean anything to you. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand that as a vibrational creature, reality can mean anything to you? Because this is a leading edge. We don't come here to cry about anything or complain. This is a leading edge. We talk about the rules of the universe, the laws of the universe, and we get everything that we want. We get everything that we want, because you can't let go of desire. And do you notice that this energy becomes so fast that even if you were to go against it, it would just feel so bad. It would be like a slingshot. Like you would just go right back into positive emotion, because there's more momentum to well-being than there is evil. Then there's negative, and then there's more momentum to well-being than there is absence. So get on your high horse and keep going. Don't stop the beat. Can't stop, won't stop the beat. You can't stop the beat. You can't stop, because you're almost there. You're there now, because if you feel good about your desire, it's literally so fast and coming. It's so fast, because when you feel good about your desire, when that's your metric of how far along is it, you always get it. It's fast. It comes so fast, because it has to come. Because here's the thing, when you use your emotions and you're like, well, I'm going in the right direction, then at one point or another, you're gonna have to get to the final destination, because you're the whole time you're along your way. And so in the absence of you looking around and looking for physical proof, because now you have emotional proof, now you have emotional belief, you have emotional stability, you understand emotion that you have it, you understand that you already have it. And so you're not looking, when you don't look for the physical proof, when you're not looking anymore for the physical manifestation, meaning you're not giving up on the physical manifestation, you just don't need to believe it. You don't need the physical manifestation to bounce off of, to think about, to enjoy the manifestation. You don't need it, because you know what happens? Everyone is so scared to think, because once you learn about law of attraction, you're like, oh, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to think any thoughts. So I'm just going to sit here real tight in my corner and I'm not going to think anything. And that's it. And we're like, but that's not what you want, because your inner being truly knows that. You don't really want someone to go create you don't want your inner being to whisper into your ear. You don't really want that. You really want your hands in the clay. Guess what happens? Because so many people have tried to tell you what to do and you hate it. You're like, leave me alone. You want to rebel. So your inner being knows. Your inner being knows that you want your hands in the clay because you're the powerful creator. So you know what happens? Do you know what really happens? What happens is that you start to think about your desire. You start to think about all your desires. And so you're not scared of resistance anymore. You're like, well, in this resistance is a good thing, because you know what the only cause of resistance is that you don't see your desire. You don't see your desire and it hurts. You're like, oh, because deep down, you know, I should see it. I should be able to see it. But we're like, as long as you keep using the physical proof, the lack of it, and it will throw you off your trail. It will continue to throw you off into the bushes. You'll short circuit yourself and you won't get far. You'll have these emotional proof. And here's the thing: reality will lie to you. Reality won't lie to you. Reality was never there to be your metric of success. It's not. That's what we're saying. Reality is not a metric of success, because reality is just evidence of alignment. So you have to get into alignment. You have to find a way to get into alignment with your desires. And the only way that we know that you can really get into alignment with your desires and the fullness that you can really measure and see the result of is ask yourself why you want it. Because when you ask yourself why you want it, you got it. It's either ask yourself why you want it or meditate. And so when you ask yourself why you want it, or when you meditate, you literally start to get that momentum going, because it's momentum. Emotion is momentum. It's just crazy. Do you realize what we're saying? Do you realize how crazy life is? You can have everything that you want, and all you have to do is continue going along your journey and not doubting anything, because you have the emotional proof. You have the emotional good feelings. So you're like, it's there, I just can't see it. And it doesn't matter, because this reality is old, so it's created. So I can't change. My power isn't in this moment. I can't change this reality, because do you understand that I can't change this moment? Being a creator is not about changing this moment. It's about creating the next moment. It's about looking forward to the next moment. Well, someone will be like, well, you're lazy. You're not responsible. You have to stand back. You have to look at the past and you have to acknowledge it and you have to explain it. And we're like, why do that when I'm a creator and I can look forward and create a new reality? Because that's what I'm supposed to do. The biggest thing in the world is that reality, when you look at the absence, when you look at reality and when you take score, are we ready for this? This is a perfect end. When you take score of reality and you notice that what you want isn't there, then you get disappointed. You get disappointed really fast, because you know that, because you're like, well, I should have it because I've been doing everything right. But we're like, it's not about what you're doing, it's about how you're feeling. So stop taking score of reality and instead take score of how you feel. So when you're like, what's my progress on this desire? Think of it in terms, take score of how you feel. Like, I feel so good about it. I feel so ready for it. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. And you know what? Don't be scared of your thoughts. Really truly think about how you're gonna feel. Like, if you want money, think of what does money feel like. What do you not have right now that money would give you? Think about it. It would give you security. I don't want to work a job. I want to live my life. I want to live my life like it's a weekend every single day. I love that feeling of the weekend, of that freedom of when I was a kid, and a Saturday morning every day. Everything is just about me. I can choose whatever I want, and I can't get poor enough to help anyone get rich. So I live full of exuberant abundance. Everything in my life is just abundance of clarity, abundance of ideas. There's so much passion. I'm so like, my days are so booked with the best things in the world. And so take score of how you feel, friends. Take score of how you feel, because that's the best metric. Because you can't use the metric of your eyes, because it's not, you know what, are you ready for this? It's not accurate. That's perfect. It's not accurate. Someone will be like, well, what do you mean it's accurate? Because I can measure it. And we're like, but that doesn't mean anything, because all that means is that you focus in a way where that manifested. You focus enough for something to manifest. And we're saying that you can manifest something to a creator like you. There is no true reality, because you're always in the process of creating another one. So create another one, create another reality. Who cares about where you are? Because where you are is really, make where you are a feeling journey. Then because you have to feel your way to what you want. You have to feel your way. And if you feel good about your desire, you are well on your way. That's the thing. You are well on your way. So don't get discouraged. Don't let the absence of what you want get discouraged, because it's present. It is, but you can't see with your eye. So stop depending on your eye. Depend on your emotion. Depend on your emotion and how you feel, because when you feel good, the manifestation has to come. That's the thing. It has to come, because when you're feeling good, you're on your way, and you're going to eventually get to where you want to go.